Hey, third and fourth graders, welcome to our 2022 season for our Little Minor Volleyball Camp. My name is Coach Vagley, or some of you know me as Mrs. Vagley, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a background about our Little Minor Camp. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an introduction, our schedule, equipment that you'll need, expectations for both third and fourth grade, some goals that we have, and some other information. So again, my name is Coach Vagley. If you can't remember vaguely, you can always remember I vaguely remember to do my homework, which I know you all always remember to do your homework. But Coach V works too if you can't remember that. I have played volleyball since middle school and I still play today. So I played it for, quite a few years. So I think I got a good idea of how the game works and how it's played. Some of you may have seen me at the high school. I coached the junior varsity or JV volleyball team, and this will be my upcoming 8th year of coaching. So maybe you can tell too, but volleyball is definitely one of my passions. So I have loved playing the sport since the first day I had my tryout and I stepped out on the court. I absolutely loved it. And what I love to do is love to pass my knowledge along to you young ladies about the sport, and hopefully I can inspire you to hopefully play someday. And I hope that's what I can do for you. So here's our schedule. So all of our practice times are 3:30 to 5 o'clock. One of the big notes you'll see up top there, it says buses will not drop you off. Be sure you have a ride to and from practice. So you can see down below there's the dates and the locations that we'll be at. So the first 4 practices were at the elementary school, and then the last 4, you can see from February 15th to the 24th, we are at the middle school. The buses will not drop you off at the middle school, so you need to make sure that you arrange for a ride from your parents or however you need to work that out to make sure that you get to the middle school. Some equipment that you'll need, make sure that you have gym shoes, make sure you have a water bottle, make sure that it's also filled before you get to practice. Make sure that you have proper clothing. T-shirt and shorts are definitely recommended just because we're going to be doing a lot of movement and it's just easier to move in those types of clothing. So knee pads are always optional if you want to give them a try to see how they work. We never know, you might need them, but they are definitely optional for you. So here's some expectations before practice. So fourth graders will probably remember it a little bit from last year, but third graders, this is new for you. There's going to be a sign-in sheet where I check your name off for attendance. So no one is allowed in the gym until I let you know that it's okay. The middle school will be a little bit different, and we'll talk about that when we get to the middle school. But when we're at the elementary school, I have you guys usually wait in the hallway, and that's one of my next things here. So what should you do while you are waiting? Okay, because practice doesn't start until 3:30. So make sure you get your clothes changed. Again, t-shirt, shorts, shoes, put your hair in a ponytail, just makes it easier. You can see things a little bit better versus having to move your hair out of your face. Knee pads again are optional. Make sure you go to the bathroom, fill up your water bottle, definitely eat a snack because again, we're practicing until 5 o'clock. So if you need to have a little snack before practice, that is okay with me. This one is my biggest one though. You need to sit in the hallway by the gym doors. You can leave your backpacks and your coats in your lockers until the end of practice so that way we don't have so much, pile up in the hallways because the janitors clean up at the end of the day too. So make sure that stuff stays in your lockers, and there will definitely be no running up and down the halls. Teachers are trying to do work at the end of the day. There's meetings going on at the end of the day. So you will just come and sit by the gym doors, have your snacks, get yourselves changed, fill up your water bottle, and you'll just kind of hang out there. Some expectations during practice. Always listen to your coaches. I'm going to be there all the time, but we're going to have some high school girls that are going to be my assistant coaches. I've got about 5 of them this year. They have played the game for quite some time, so they're there to help you and pass their knowledge along to you. So make sure you are always listening to them. If you have questions, definitely ask us because that's what we're there for. Do not grab volleyballs until you're told to by myself or the assistant coaches. When the whistle blows, no talking or bouncing volleyballs. You want to be able to hear what you're supposed to be doing. So if you're bouncing a ball, then you can't probably hear as well. We're always running from drill to drill. We're not walking, so make sure we're doing that. No ball gets left on the floor. We don't want a ball rolling to somebody and then they don't see it and they end up rolling their ankle. So we don't want any accidents. So just make sure you pick up the balls. And then just come with a positive mindset, attitude, and encourage your friends, learn lots, and have fun. I'm going to teach you a lot of stuff within the next 8 practices. So I hope that you take a lot away from what I'm going to be teaching you, but I also really want you to have fun with it. Expectations after practice. Make sure that everybody helps clean up the gym. So that's putting the volleyballs away, putting the equipment away, whatever that happens to be, taking down the nets. The quicker we can do that, the quicker we can head out and you guys can head home. So make sure you help out at the end of the practice. Make sure you have all your belongings, whatever you brought with you, that should go home. Nothing should be left by the gym. If something does happen to be left by the gym, it'll probably be placed in the lost and found. So, but just make sure you have that. And then be sure you have a ride home. Okay. Again, practices end at 5 o'clock. So be sure that you have somebody there to pick you up. Goals for each grade. So if you are a 3rd grader, we really have you focusing on passing. And those things that are listed there, the athletic position and hand position, footwork, step and close, you probably don't know what that is, but by the time you are gone from our little camp, you will have a good idea of what those are. 4th graders, you should remember that from last year, but your goal this year is to pass and serve. So again, you guys kind of have the same goals as 3rd grade, but now we work on serving and your footwork and arm placement and serving it over the net. So those are the goals that we'll be working on for this camp. And finally, some other information. If you forgot your gear, make sure you call your parents or your guardians as soon as possible. Try not to wait until 3 o'clock to call them because Mrs. Stern is very busy up at the front. So just make sure if you know you forgot something or maybe you forgot that you need a ride wherever you need to go, make sure you figure out how you need to get to where you need to go as soon as possible. For your parents or your guardians who are picking you up, when we are at the elementary school door, pickup and drop off will be at door 8. That's the northeast door or kind of the 4th grade entrance and exit. So if you know where my classroom is, where and it'll say door 8 on there, that's where your parents will pick you up and drop you off. The front doors will be locked. So please remind your parents to come to door 8, and I will also make an announcement for that too, but just make sure that they come to those doors. And then when we go to the middle school, they will be the west gym doors. So kind of towards the back of the building at the middle school, and I will also remind you of that. So I thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, make sure you come down and see me. I will try to answer them the best that I can. And I cannot wait to see you all out for our first little practice for Little Minor Camp. We'll see you then. Bye.